that have been following along, you remember that we won promotion in the first season, winning the league outright with 4 games to spare, and overall with a 10-point advantage over our next best competitor. But we are struggling here in the conference. Bottom of the table after 20 matches. Now we have 2 matches in hand, which could put us theoretically up to 20 points and only 3 points from safety. But we have a really rough December in front of us. Our next matches are against Dagenham and Redbridge, Newport, Marsgate. Margate is a FA trophy. So Dagenham, Redbridge, Newport, Gateshead, and Wrexham. So Dagenham Red 4th, Newport 6th. The only relatively easy one we have. Oh wait, I take that back. Gateshead is 5th and Wrexham is 1st. So we've got 4 top 6 teams coming up. Yeah, 4 top 6 teams coming up, and before it gets a little bit easier with Barrow and Macclesfield. Barrow is in 16th and Macclesfield is right above us. So it's going to be a very rough December. We've started out very poorly, 0 points in our first 7 matches, only 1 goal in them. And then we're starting to get our goal scoring together, but now we're leaking goals. So need to try to balance those out. I am trialing in a new striker because I've got very little pace up front at the moment, and that might help. And we took a look at the club comparison, and the reason why we are, that's not what I'm looking for. The reason why we are faring so poorly is, well, we are last in most areas here, dead last in so many categories. And only average in a lot of the others. If we can take a look at all of these, where we're dead last in physical, mental, technical, we're a little bit better. The only place where we compare favorably is our goalkeeper, who has the highest kicking reflexes, close to the highest command of area, and average, or very close to average and above average in everything else. So he's probably one of the reasons why we're still, why we're getting any points at all. But we still need some help. We do have been given permission for a new coach by the board, so we do have one of those coming in. I just dropped Vander Hyde to the under 23s, and he's not happy with it. Let's see what he has to say. Let's take a look at his stats real quick, or his attributes. The only thing he's got going for him, how old is he? He's 23. He's got some good pace, good physicals, poor technicals, except for maybe tackling. He's not getting play time because my starting right back is so much better. Got nothing left to prove and need the challenge of first league football. Consider your protest acknowledged, but I've made my decision and will not be changing. Yeah. He's not happy about it. Oh well. I'm really not worried about it. I'm looking for upgrades at right back anyway, having just gotten a upgrade at left back. So here we are. We're up against Dagenham and Red next. We've got very little hope, but it is a little bit of hope because we have beaten teams, or at least played well with teams up in this region before. We did lose 3-2 to, I think it was 3-2 loss to Field. Where we actually had a chance to pull some points, but just fell short. Let's see, 2 red cards in 22 matches, 31 yellow cards, so not a very strict ref as far as the cards go. Taking a look, I think I've set the team up. Our new fullback, Josh Wild, is getting his second start, and we also have a new anchorman getting his third start, maybe fourth start. He's got 3, so this will be his 4th start for us. And I don't think I have anything else to change. Looks like my bench is set. No, it isn't. I'm missing something here. I have no striker. I've got Cunningham and Pratt. Where is, oops, let's get that sorted out here. So I want, McCormick is out injured. Well, I have Ferguson on the bench, right? Or he's on the pitch. He can play striker. Higgins, I still want a extra striker on the bench. Yuga, Raymond, Miller, Peters. We'll do it that way. Okay, so we have our team set. We know, yeah, I know we're lacking match sharpness. Josh Wild didn't have a great debut, although he seemed to be okay in that debut. So we'll have to see if he can put it together for the second match. He didn't get much practice with the team either, having signed like the day before that match. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so of course they are favorites 1-2. We're 9-2 odds against us. It is a home match, which is good. Weather is wet and on the cool side. My key man is Millar. His key man is a striker, Inut Zaharia, 17-year-old, making only his 2nd appearance for the club. Looks like he's fairly pacey. He's got no goals yet. That's his key man. When did he sign? History, achievements, signed, well, quite a ways back, actually. Has he been out injured? No. So his key man is essentially a new player to the squad. That's interesting. Quite intriguing, to be honest. He's playing with a lone striker and then a 5-man midfield. We have not faced this formation yet this season, so we'll have to see how we handle it. With a packed midfield, I might have to go to a slightly longer ball because I'm not going to be able to control that midfield, I don't think. Somebody's really happy. Dini, the newcomer. Okay, I think I'm going to stay with control. I think with that pacey striker, we're going to have a slightly deeper defensive line, not that great. I've already got individual instructions set up. So, actually, yeah, he's had 2 starts and 1 sub appearance so far, has Dini. So, this will be his 3rd start, and we'll see how he handles it. Kickoff. And we are in the blue kit, attacking from right to left. Dagenham and Redbridge in an all-white kit. And starting out, positive passing, and then Ferguson loses the ball, wins it back, gets it to Wild, the new fullback, sends it across to Dini. Dini loses it, but Millar picks up the loose ball. Grosser, Dini, out wide. Ferguson picks it up into Millar. Good spell of possession to start the match. Ferguson block, and then he wins another one, pulls back across to the top of the box. Nobody's there, and now it's it's still in our possession. Marsden kept it in play, picks up the loose ball again, and then he is whistled for a foul. 90 seconds in, we've had all of the possession. Ferguson with another good takeaway at the center circle. That long ball forward. Cunningham would have been offsides if he made a play at that ball. Marsden wins the ball back at midfield. Pratt, cross to Millar. Ferguson, back to Dini, out wide to Wild. The fullback can cross, but he needs a little bit of space to do it. Didn't have it there. Closed down quickly. Millar, Pratt, Dini, Millar. So now long ball straight to the keeper. Puts it right out, back out to the center back. Long ball forward, can't find anything. Closer, Wild, can't find Cunningham. Ferguson can't win that challenge. Wild, good tackle, got the ball forward. Comes back to Boot. Ferguson. Boot's just coming back off an injury. This is his second match back from injury, I think. Millar, Grosser, long ball forward. Cunningham is behind the defense. His cross gets blocked. Good vision there by Proser, I think that was it, made that pass over the top. Cunningham was able to get onto the end of it, but got closed down quickly. Now Stagan and Redbridge with a long ball forward. Marsden puts it out for a throw-in, far side. Into the center. Closed down quickly. Now it's out to this near sideline. Back into the center. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in this final third of the field here. Long ball forward. Cunningham can't get to it. So now it's Dagan and Redbridge with a bit of possession. But Marsden wins it back to the far sideline, sends the ball forward. Pratt will not get to that. Goes all the way back to the keeper. Long ball forward. Ryder wins that header, and then Pratt was offsides. Didn't get back in time. Now it's near sideline, back into the center. Boot, back to Ferguson. Cunningham, back to Ferguson. Boot, Millar. Finds Pratt up front. Can't do anything with it. Gets back to Ryder. The center back gets it forward to Ferguson. Loses possession at midfield. Boot, good tackle. Millar picks up the loose ball, then hoofs it forward and it goes out for a throw-in on the far side. Good block tackle, but it goes out for another throw-in to Dag and Red. Boot with a good tackle, sends it back to Ryder. Long ball upfield, kept in bounds, and then back and counterattack is Dag and Red. Now Pratt, if he had some pace, he might have been able to run onto that. Pratt has no pace. 33-year-old needs to find himself in a more open space in order to make that counterattack work. Header, and Evans was offside, so it's a free kick to Lewis. Lewis brings it out to Proser. Proser long ball forward. Again, Pratt has a little bit of pace. That header down, Pratt can pick up and take one-on-one with the keeper, but that's why I'm looking for a striker with some pace. Millar gets by one tackle, finds Boot to Pratt. Pratt loses possession, but Miller picks up the loose ball. Dini to Millar. Pratt loses possession again. Main reason I have Pratt on is the Pratt to Cunningham connection has paid off in 4 of the last 5 matches, I think. Pratt and Cunningham have been setting up each other for goals, at least one a match, I think, for the last 4 or 5 matches, maybe. So I've got Pratt on despite his age and lack of pace. He did spend 5 or 6 weeks out injured, so might be part of the reason why we were so shy on goals in the first part of the season. Now we're scoring goals. We just have to make sure we don't concede more than we're scoring. As obvious as that sounds, that's kind of what's going on right now. Cunningham ball into the box, header goes over, and there was our first chance at a score off of a free kick. Long ball forward, ball gets by the fullback. Proser picks it up, sends it forward. Cunningham's chasing it down, forces a throw near sideline. Wild takes it, finds Ferguson, back to Wild, cross to Miller. Miller's cross, or his shot, is maybe a little bit tame. Registered as a half chance, and the keeper saves it. Ferguson hat down, no foul given, just inside our half. Wild picks good tackle, gets it to Boot, to Miller, back to Boot. There is a free kick. Ryder takes it out wide to Wild, into Boot. Boot finds Cunningham. Cunningham back to Boot. Boot to Millar. Millar finds Pratt forward. Pratt sends it back to Dini. Long ball forward. Too wide, too far forward. Marsden ends up making that run, and it's a throw-in, far sideline level at the 18. Cuts into the center. Back out to the far sideline. Fullback up to the midfielder. Now back into the center. Remember, he's playing with a five across the midfield here. Flat 5, relatively flat. Cross into the box, and that was way too easy. That was way too easy. Bowler, the striker, wide open, far sideline, controlled it well, brings it down, takes the shot with his left foot near post, and we're down 1-0. Kickoff, and Wild with the tackle goes out for a throw. Relatively even in possession after we started out with a good spell of the early possession. Millar with the tackle, sends it forward. He's off sides, evidently not, but Lewis does pick it up, sends it out to Wild. Wild long ball forward. Cunningham is past the line, but was a little bit too far forward, and the keeper comes out and claims it at the edge of the box. Long throw, fall forward. Ferguson with a good tackle on the near sideline. Ultimately goes to Pratt. Boot loses possession, wins it back. Millar picks up the loose ball. Ferguson wide to Wild. Ferguson, Boot. Boot loses possession in the center circle, comes back and picks up with a good tackle. Millar to Pratt. Pratt into Millar. Up to Boot. Boot tackled from behind. Ball gets all the way forward to Lewis, who picks it up at the edge of the box, throws it out, finds Wild again. Wild should be getting forward much more often. He's got instructions to get forward, hug the line, and cross more often. So I'm expecting to see that happen. Millar earns a free kick inside the circle, gets it to Boot. Ferguson loses possession. Comes down the near side, into the center. Now out to the far sideline, cut back in, and Deeney gives up a free kick about 20 yards out on the far corner of the 18. Ball into the box. Millar heads it down, takes it out to the far sideline, hooks it forward where it goes out of bounds just around midfield. Throw in far side. Ferguson whistled for shoving the midfielder down. Long ball forward on the free kick, goes out the end for a goal kick. 20 minutes gone. Goal kick taken short to Ryder, over to Prosser, over to Wild. Ball forward, Cunningham can't get on the end of it. It's coming back the other way. It's on the far sideline. Marsden, good tackle, and wins possession, and then gets knocked down, no foul given. Comes back to Ryder, gets it forward, intercepted at midfield. Ferguson to Cunningham, and this is danger. Good sliding tackle by Wild. Had to make that tackle there because that cross came across to an open, I don't know if he was a striker or midfielder, but he was wide open in the box. Wild with a good tackle. The resulting play goes out the back for a goal kick. Lewis takes it short to Wild, out to Boot. Millar, Ferguson, up to Cunningham, back to Ryder, who heads it down back across midfield, intercepted, comes back the other way. Let's see what the assistant manager has to say here. We're giving up too many chances at defending set pieces, too many long passes misplaced. Ryder misplacing many of his passes, but he's just making clearances, not passes. Pratt forward to Cunningham. Cunningham in space. Gets tackled out. Ball goes out the back for a corner kick. Cunningham could have taken a shot there, maybe a step early. He was trying to take it into the box. That cross into the box gets picked up by the keeper. Pratt was in the area. Now we should be doing more low crossing. We're not supposed to be crossing those, making high crosses, but they seem to be doing it. Pratt can't win the ball in the box there. Comes back. Millar picks it up. Boot. Ferguson. Back out to Millar. Long ball forward into the box. Picked up by the defender and then shuttled out of play for a throw on far sideline. Marsden takes the throw. Finds Feeney. Gets it back to Marsden. Marsden all the way back to the keeper. Keeper up the Ryder to Marsden. Ball forward, intercepted just across midfield, and Marsden wins it back, and then Millar whistled for a foul there. Ball into the box, Marsden wild with the clearance. Ferguson with a good tackle, gets it to Cunningham. Millar, long ball forward. Pratt's not going to be able to chase that down, goes back to the keeper via the fullback. Keeper moves it forward. Closer with a good aerial challenge there, gets it to Ferguson. Ferguson loses it just inside the half. Long ball back to the keeper. Keeper long ball forward. Closer wins it. Cunningham was offsides. Free kick just inside the half for Dagenham. Taken short to the near side, cut into the center. Back to the center after coming to the near side. Ryder with the tackle, gets it to midfield, gets intercepted, comes back. Beanie takes up the loose ball, gets it back to the keeper. Keeper short to the fullback on the right. Millar, long ball. Nobody making, can't get by the defense there, and comes back. Cross midfield. Far sideline. Little chip forward, back to the fullback there, who is pretty far forward. A lot of passing and possession, especially in our half. Proser with the clearance. Ferguson, Millar loses possession again. Marsden cuts out that pass. Beanie, long ball forward. Pratt's never going to be able to run onto that. He is forcing, putting up some pressure on the center back, who shuttles it out for a throw-in to Chippenham, far side. Long ball forward. Ryder keeps it in. Millar, boot to Cunningham. Cunningham has no space. Two white shirts between him and goal. Sends it back to Deeney. Wild, long ball forward to the far side, and nobody's there. And it is a throw-in level with the 18 in the opposition half to Dagenham. Ball in toward the center, still on their side of the pitch. Long ball forward, out of play for a throw into Chippenham just inside the opposition half. Tries to find Pratt. Raymond puts it out for another throw-in, midway into the opposition half. Those throw-ins are not finding blue jerseys. Kind of a waste of a set piece there. Long ball forward. Strikers behind defense, but Ryder and Marsden closing down, force a throw-in on the far side. Marsden with the clearance. Boot nods it out. Free kick. Throw-in comes toward the center. Back forced into the center circle. Now near sideline. He's got space to make a cross, but that cross is too close to the keeper, and Lewis picks it up. Lewis rolls it out to Proser. Over to Ryder. Long ball forward. Not able to find Pratt. And Proser whistled for a foul back into the whatever player it was, and that free kick goes well over the bar. Short kick back out to Ryder, across to Proser, long ball forward. Cunningham gets his head to it, but it falls to the center back, gets it out to the winger. Now Marsden with a good tackle gets it forward to Pratt. Pratt loses possession, and it's coming to the near sideline. Now it's switched back to the far sideline. Long ball forward, intercepted by the defense. Forward to Ferguson. Forward trying to find Cunningham, can't. Comes back the other way. Goalkeeper kicks it out on the far sideline. Right at midfield. Boot to Pratt. Pratt gets hacked down, and we are on a free kick. About 35 yards or so. Taken short to Millar. Carried it in the box. Little layoff pass, and nobody was making the run there. And falls to the keeper. Puts it downfield. Marsden back to Millar. Millar to Ferguson to Pratt. Pratt loses it. These passes forward to Pratt just aren't finding him. Ball out, thrown, far sideline. We've got about 10 minutes, 8 minutes left in the half now, plus stoppage time. It's a throw-in to Chippenham, far sideline, just inside the half. We're not winning the possession battle. We're probably, we've only got 2 shots. The good thing is we've only limited them to 3. And the passing's relatively equal, 74-76. 0 of 3 crosses. We're not getting any crosses. That's the problem. That is the problem. Ferguson whistled for a bad tackle, tripped the player, and it's a free kick just inside our half, near sideline. And that was, again, too easy. Booker again. Zahira got by the defense, and that was actually the center back with a score on the set piece. Lewis got his hand to it, but not enough to stop it, and we are now down 2-0. Ferguson, Deeney, kickoff. Miller keeps possession, then gets tripped in the center circle, and it's a free kick. We need to find some way to get some offense here. Wild to Ferguson. Miller. Boot. Can't get anything there. Gets blocked backwards. Comes back. Deeney has it. Boot. Keeps possession. Finds Cunningham. Cunningham out wide to Marston. Intercepted. And it's out for a throw into Chippenham. Marston takes a throw. This time he does find Pratt, who gets hacked down, and it is a free kick just off the far side of the 18. Cunningham into the box, cleared back out. Cunningham picks it up, finds Millar, Ryder, Ferguson, and he's tripped, and it's another free kick, this time about 30 yards out, and Cunningham's shot goes over the bar. It's going to be our third shot. Two of them have been long shots, and both on free kicks, I believe. Ryder picks up the loose ball, long ball forward, looking for Cunningham. Cunningham's going to force a pass back to the keeper, who just barely keeps it in, long ball forward. And Prosser picks up the loose ball, sends it back to Lewis. Wild, Boot, Ferguson, Wild, Boot, Millar, long ball forward, little too far for Cunningham and a little too short for Pratt there. Ryder picks up the loose ball, back again, just out of our 18. Boot, Cunningham, back to Wild. Into Millar, up to Boot, Millar. Let's see if we can get something here in the last couple minutes of this first half here. Finds Ferguson in the box. Back out to Wild, cross into the box, cleared out, not far, edge of the box. And the long ball forward, Deeney comes back, nods it to Ryder, to Millar, into Boot, Ferguson. Deeney chips it forward to Pratt. Pratt can't maintain possession, but it comes back, it falls back to Millar. Deeney, Millar, back to Prosser. Wild now the fullback with it. Millar finds Ferguson. Ferguson loses possession, let it get a little bit in front of him, but it falls back to Prosser. His pass almost goes out. Marsden keeps it in and intercepted at the center circle. Near side. Long ball forward. Cunningham can't get to it. And the long ball forward by Dagenham, and Prosser's there to shepherd it out of bounds near sideline. We're just about through stoppage time here. Cross into the box, cleared out a second time, and we are behind 2-0 after 45. Well, this is kind of about what I expected facing a top-of-the-table team, but I would hope that we could at least get some shots here. I'm going to change one thing here. Try to stop taking some long shots by working the ball into the box and see if we can't generate anything with a reasonable chance of succeeding. Kickoff, Dagenham. Cunningham lays off. Intercepted. We got 521 in attendance. 209 of them are away fans. That's ugly. We're still getting just about 300, just over 300 home fans. We were averaging 420, 430 during league matches last year. 450 overall, including the cup matches. Millar with the interception in the box. It goes out for a throw-in. Cross into the box, Ryder with the clearance, long ball forward, finds Pratt in the center circle, he sends it back to Ferguson, across to Wild, Ferguson to Millar, to Boot, Ferguson, long ball forward, Cunningham in the box, finds, tries to get across to Pratt, Millar in the box, and tackle that goes out into the center circle. Deeney is whistled for a trip there, and it's a free kick to Dagenham. We had a opportunity if we could just take a shot there. Cunningham had an attempted little chip cross to Pratt, but the defender got up tall enough to knock it down, unfortunately. Ball into the box by Dagenham, and earns a corner kick. It's only the first corner kick for Dag. We've had one ourselves. Miller with the clearance out to the top of the arc, back in toward the edge of the box, back out to the center. And Prosser is there to make the tackle there out for a throw-in. Deeney with the interception, nods it down to Ferguson, and Ferguson gives up a throw-in level with the 18 far sideline. Once again, that ball is intercepted. Marsden with the clearance finds Miller. Miller to Pratt. Pratt brings it back to Boot. Boot long ball forward. Cunningham chasing it, forces a throw-in far sideline, level with the 18. Wild to Ferguson, back to Wild. His cross gets blocked. His second cross can't find Pratt either. Gets knocked out, but Miller picks it up. Ferguson, Wild, another cross. That one's cleared out again, so he's trying to get some crosses in now. Wild to Deeney. Deeney to Miller. Miller long ball forward to Wild. Wild's cross gets claimed at the keeper just inside the 6. Long ball forward, and Prosser is shoved away from that ball and earns a free kick. Out to Ferguson, Miller, Cunningham, back to Deeney, Miller, back to Prosser. Wild into Ferguson to Deeney. Miller trying to find a way to get through this solid wall of defenders here. Miller, Boot, wide to Marsden. His cross gets blocked out for a throw-in. I just realized something. Who got injured here? Their striker, one of their strikers got injured and subbed. I missed it. I didn't even see the injury. And they brought on a striker that's also probably coming back from an injury, I would imagine. Yep, not sure what the injury was. What's the potential injury? Potential foot injury. Must have been on that challenge on Prosser. Deeney to Miller. Miller loses possession, comes back the other way. Ryder with the clearance upfield, goes out of bounds. Near side. Raymond, Marsden. Marsden, another interception, sends it back. The keeper picks it up. Lifts it forward. Ferguson with the interception at midfield. Comes back the other way. His header gets picked up. Deeney with the pickup of that loose ball. Cunningham gets his head to the ball, but it's picked up by the white shirts of Dagenham again. And ball into the box. Ooh, wow. Lewis almost made a hash of that one. Gets it forward to Cunningham, out wide to Wild, into Ferguson. Miller. Platt comes back. Deeney loses possession in the midfield. Comes back the other way. It's 3-on-3. Good tackle by Prosser. Ferguson good to keep it in. Sends it upfield and earns a throw-in far sideline. Wild. Throw-ins are not finding the right color jerseys here. Cunningham keeps it in play. He's offside. I thought at first he was, and then it looked like he might have stepped back onside. Refs say no, offside, and it's a free kick coming back the other way. Cross into the box, intercepted. Deeney clears it forward to midfield. Ball's going back and forth across midfield now. Coming down comes to the near side, and Bowler, left mid, his cross gets blocked out. It's a throw in near side, just inside our 18. Ball into the box, Deeney makes a clearance, and another throw in for Dagenham. Same position. And now Boot is whistled for a foul, and it's a free kick. And that ball goes high, wide, and I don't know where. Wild, long ball forward. Pratt gets his head to it, but falls to a yellow shirt, or a white shirt, whatever. Dagenham player. Far sideline now, Dagenham in attack. Now come across, switch to the near side, back to the center. Back on the near side. A little 1-2 passing. Deeney with a good tackle there. Wins possession. Miller, Marsden, Pratt. Pratt taken down just inside the opposition half. Cunningham loses possession of the 18. Back the other way now. Far sideline. Wild with a... I guess it's a Chippenham throw. I thought maybe he made a tackle, but it came off the opposition player. Cunningham now behind... Cunningham with an open goal. Goalkeeper came up. Cunningham got behind the goalkeeper and into the empty net. Cunningham was certainly onside. Goalkeeper tried to clear it. Cunningham blocked the clearance from the goalkeeper. Then he had the net at his mercy. And we are back in it, 2-1. No subs by him. I don't need to make any subs yet. So let's see if we can get an equalizer now. Marsden, his cross gets blocked out for a throw-in. Marsden to Deeney. Deeney to Marsden to boot. Across to Ferguson. Still on our half of the field. Millar long ball forward. A little bit too far wide. Goes out of bounds. Marsden couldn't quite run that down. Throwing near side. Time for a little encouragement. Lewis comes out, picks up the loose ball, sends it out to Marsden, into Millar, back to Deeney, and back to Millar, across midfield, keeps going back and forth across midfield, neither team keeping possession here. Now it's Dagenham with the ball on this near side, with some passing, and Boot whistled for a trip, and there was a change made, just no card given. What did they change here? I thought I saw a change. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Come on, open up. Dagen red, not formation. Team, that's what I'm looking for. Nope, no change made. I thought I saw a change made. Free kick, midfield, middle of the field. Taken short, now it's out on the far sideline. Deeney with the interception, out to Wild. Wild to Proser. Proser loses possession across midfield. That pass goes awry. Still on the far sideline, overlapping run there. Now it's cut to the center. Still in the center, good tackle, sends it forward, intercepted across midfield again. Wild with a good tackle, once again, loses possession again on the far sideline. A lot of passing going on, not making any progress. I've seen that before on our side. Wild with the bad tackle, and it's a free kick. Wild with the clearance. Pratt comes back, picks it up, and then he's knocked down. And it is a free kick to Chippenham, just inside our half. Up to Miller, Pratt, boot, out wide to Marsden. His cross gets blocked, and it goes out the back for a corner. Marsden to take the corner. Near post cleared out. Cunningham heads it back into the box. It's cleared out again, out toward the far sideline, and it goes out for a Chippenham throw. Wild to Ferguson. Ferguson back to Miller. Miller lays off to Pratt. Pratt turns, takes a, I'm not sure if that was a shot. It doesn't look like it. Bounces off a white jersey. Comes back to midfield. Picked up. Miller has it, but loses possession just inside the opposition half. Goes out to the far sideline. And throw-in earned by Dagenham. Okay, I think Deeney is ready for a break, so we'll bring Raymond in. He's been the starter for most of the season. And it's a throw-in level with the 18, far sideline to Dagenham. Cross goes over the net, and it's a goal kick now. We're still in that 4-5-1. We're still not closed it again. Stop closing. Long ball forward, intercepted, comes back, and he's made another sub, and it's number 6, so it's their centermost midfielder now. What's the assistant manager have to say? Too many chances defending set pieces. Booker and Jones have been dominant in the air against us. I presume that's their center backs. Jones and Booker, yep. Which is why I have it on low crosses. And they're just not taking low crosses. That ball gets back to the keeper. Long passes not connecting. Obviously, he's placed too many of his passes straight to the opposition. Ryder's been making some crucial interceptions. I have no idea why we're taking so many long passes. It's got to be something that Marsden with the loose ball. Let me change it to just mixed crosses here. And be more expressive, give them a little bit more creativity. Long ball forward by the keeper. Closer, nods it down to Boot. Boot to Millar. Pratt can't get on the end of it. Comes back to Ferguson. Millar out wide to Cunningham. Keeps it in play. Crossed into the box. Intercepted by the white jerseys. Now forward. Raven picks it up. Millar. Boot. Pratt comes back. Picks it up. Millar out wide to Marsden. His cross into the box. Cleared out near side. and then comes out for a throw in near side. Raymond, Millar, Pratt, Ferguson, boot, shot, block, and goes back to Ryder. Boot with the interception. Ferguson, long ball forward. And I think Pratt, good block. Ball goes out. I think Pratt comes off for Higgins at this point. And we'll switch those two around. Actually, Cunningham, defensive forward and support. Slightly different role for you. Cunningham out to Pratt. Pratt keeps it in play. Cross into the box, cleared out. Back to Raymond, to Marsden. Carries it inside across Moore. Ferguson, Raymond. Out wide to Marsden. Cross, too close to the keeper. Comes out, claims it at the 6-yard line. Keeper, long ball forward. Ryder with the clearance. That ball forward is blocked and then cleared out by Ryder to boot to Cunningham. Wide to Marsden. Into Pratt, who's in space, but closed down quickly. And ball's out for a throw-in. Throw-in goes to the white jerseys, unfortunately. We need to work on throw-ins. Near sideline. Marsden, good tackle, sends it forward. Too far for Cunningham, but Cunningham picks it up because it was mishandled. Gets back to Cunningham, nods it down and then loses possession of it. Wild picks it up. Ferguson, Raymond, Millar, Cunningham blocked out for a throw-in near sideline. And one last sub here. I'll leave it go another minute or so. Probably going to be boot. Ball back pass can't be kept in by the fullback, and Wild gets a throw-in. Thrown to Higgins, intercepted. Long ball forward, and Higgins chases it down and forces a corner kick. Marsden take it far side, into the box, boots there, nodded down to Ferguson. Ferguson's shot just wide of the bar. So there was an opportunity. So we've had one clear cut and one half chance now. They've had two clear cut. We're creating chances. We're limiting chances. They've only had 6 shots. We've had 6 shots. We've had 3 on target. They've had 2 on target. So slightly better than I expected here. Miller loses possession. Boot tries to track back. Boot picks it up. Finds Higgins running to the far side, but can't keep it in. Short pass back to the keeper. Keeper short pass back out to the fullback, and it's finally across midfield. And it will be Milner for boot. Rearrange them slightly, I think. We'll go like so. Millar, boot to Millar, long ball forward. Higgins chasing it down, but it gets nodded back to the keeper. Picks it up, sends it upfield. Ryder with the clearance, can't quite find Ferguson, and that's a long cross into the box, too close to Lewis. Picks it up, tosses out the fullback Marsden into Miller. Higgins, see, that's where I need some pace. If I have some pace there, that striker might be able to run and beat the defender. But I have no pace on that front striker line here. But Cunningham's the fastest I have at 11 pace, I think he is. Yeah. I need just somebody with a 13, 14 pace to just run on those through balls there. Wild, Millar, Raymond, Ferguson, Higgins goes back to the keeper. Might as well open it up here for the last couple minutes. Try to earn an equalizer. Raymond back to the keeper. Keeper out to Proser. Proser long ball forward. Can't get nodded out for a Chippenham throw in near sideline. He still hasn't made his last sub. Milner wins a possession, then loses it right back. Just inside the opposition half. And then whistled for a foul. Free kick inside the opposition half. Dagenham takes it short to the near sideline, across into the center. Back to the near sideline. And Bowler, his cross goes out the back for a goal kick. We've got 4 minutes left to come up with an equalizer. Higgins was offside there. See, it even said so. Free kick taken to the far sideline. Cut into the center, back out to that far midfield sideline. Back to the center. Ryder with a good tackle. Gets the ball forward. Higgins can't get under the end of that. Cross to this near sideline now. Marsden with a good tackle. Finds Cunningham. Cunningham to Higgins. Higgins to Ferguson. Back to Milner. Ball forward to Cunningham, gets intercepted, hoof forward, and Borkowitz picks it up. Raymond keeps him bottled up, and it's pulled back to the center now. And Milner whistled for another tackle. Free kick taken short, back to the center. Ball forward gets blocked. Now it's Higgins running forward with the ball. Loses possession about 25 yards out, and then we are in a throw-in far sideline. We've got 2 minutes left plus stoppage time. Be a minute or so, maybe 2 minutes of stoppage time. Long ball forward, kept in play by Marsden. Ferguson, Millar, back to Raymond. Millar, back to Proser, blocked, comes back, and now it's Proser tracking back, gets the ball back to the keeper. Short out to Wild, long ball forward. Keeper comes out, claims it, hoofs it forward. Knotted down by Berkowitz, out to the far sideline. Wild with the tackle, then loses possession again. Dagenham in possession, near sideline now. Marsden with a foul and a yellow card. First of the match, I think, for either team. And 3 minutes of stoppage time. Nope, yep. And Lewis picks up the loose ball there. Don't hold on to it. There you go. Send it out to Wild. Wild, long ball forward. Milner finds Cunningham, maybe. Nope, Cunningham not quite fast enough to get onto the end of it. Proser sends it forward. Cleared back out. Near sideline, Marsden bottles it up, gets the ball forward, gets it back to the keeper, however. Keeper hooks it forward. Ferguson wins it and then loses it. It's far sideline now. Back into the center. Ferguson strips him, sends it forward, and bad pass forward, and it's intercepted in the center circle. Ferguson nods it down, finds Marsden. Milner, we're playing too much in our half, guys. Ferguson finds Marsden running down the far sideline. Near sideline, what am I saying? Then he loses possession and it goes back to midfield. Ferguson wins it back. Milner, long ball forward, too close. The keeper comes out, claims it. 90 seconds left, and doesn't look like we're creating anything here. Ferguson, Milner, long ball forward. Higgins going to run toward it. Force with clearance. Wild picks it up. Ferguson into Milner. Marsden runs into the box and gets blocked out for a throw in near sideline. We got time for 1 or 2 shots here. Milner, Raymond, Ferguson, Millar, Raymond, blocked, and it comes back the other way. And Ryder whistled for a foul, and that's going to be just about it. I don't think we have another chance for a shot. Yep. Oh, nope. Raymond whistled for another foul, and Woodman, okay, they don't even give him the free kick. 2-1. First game in hand, gone with no goals conceded, or not conceded, no points gained. But fairly happy overall. I mean, okay, they're the third place team. I don't think I need to say anything else. They are the third place team. We did keep them bottled up somewhat. If we take a look at the match statistics here, 6 shots apiece. We had 3 on target. They had 2. They created 2 clear cut. We created 1 clear cut and 1 half chance. Possession slightly in their favor. Well, okay, it was in their favor, 54 to 46. Passing pretty close to even, 75% to 74%. They had 33 more pass attempts than we did. Crosses, they were 0 of 15 on crosses, so we did much better defending the cross this time. We were 0 of 20, however, on our own crosses. So having the crossing fullbacks just isn't doing anything. We didn't do too well in the air this time, 27 of 53, only 50% of their 72%. Tackles, we did better in that category, 73% to 55%. But overall, okay, against the third place team, if we could play this way against these lower ranked teams down here, I think we could pick up some points. Unfortunately, no points gained. Oh, we still have 2 points on hand, two games in hand in Macclesfield there. 1 game in hand on Halifax, who must have, nope, Halifax lost. I didn't think we were that far behind Halifax. We're 8 points behind them. Ew. Okay, and Braintree had a draw, so they gained a point on us. two matches ahead on them. So if we win our 2 matches, we're still up to 20. That still puts us 3 points from safety, and we still have another bunch of tough matches coming up, with 6th place Newport coming up next. Newport picking up a 2-0 win over Halifax this time around. But it was it's a match I can't be too disappointed in. I expected it to be a much worse scoreline. The fact that we're playing so well against these top place teams gives me a little hope, but we are running out of time. Our Gateshead match got rearranged because they're in the FA Cup. So we have an extra match in January and a bit of a break in December, which is good. That fixture congestion here in the end. And Gateshead is one of those top place teams I wasn't ready to face again. So we have Newport, then we have Margate as our next 2 matches. I think I'm going to put a break in here. Thanks for joining, everybody, and I hope you're enjoying the series. Hopefully we can turn, I keep saying this every session, hopefully we can turn things around. We are running out. I mean, okay, we're not quite halfway through the season, so we've got plenty of time, but we really need to find a way to get some points here, and some wins in particular. 4 wins, 2 draws, 15 losses. Not a very good showing so far in our first year in the conference. But we will see if we can continue here in the next session. We'll probably run a couple matches here tomorrow, and then 5 or 6 over the weekend. So again, once again, you can catch me when I'm streaming live. I do stream several, probably the majority of these matches are streamed live. Feel free to check them out. Find my Twitter at the same location, twitch.tv/Castinar. And those of you following it on YouTube, hope you're enjoying it, and we'll catch you next time.